afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are taking our broadcast. Welcome to the Friday edition of Live Football right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. And this is the business end of this year's tournament. It's where you will be playing for all the marbles. First playoff of the 16 playoff. We'll see the Kicks United taking on the Roaring Lions. The Kicks United in their traditional red and white, a little tinge of black. The Roaring Lions, on the other hand, the regular orange, all orange. My name is Tony Fleming, and welcome to AI Live Action. I've got sitting here with me a commentator. Doc. Good afternoon, Doc. Welcome to Live Action right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium.
Yes, good afternoon, Tony. And I don't know if you remember the last conversation we would have had last week where we said there was movement. And boy, has there been movement. The Roaring Lions, they have come to play in this playoffs. They have brought in a number of players, and now that it's finally official, I can start naming them. They've brought in the likes of Ariel Fleming, Jarvis Jones, Stefan Fiedku, and even Raekwon Gums. But the big fish they caught, Tyreek John from the Salsa Ballers. They brought in some big names. Their starting lineup for today reads, there's no Kareem Burris, so it's Oleandre Curiel in goal. Keeney Brooks Bell, Shamari Bryan, Marvin Erskine, Stefan Fufitku, Jermaine Hughes is back as well. Tyreek John, Tyreek Lake, Keanu Richardson, Tafari Smith, and Karana Warner. No screechy today due to work commitments thus far. Same with Capel Batiste. They may be there for the second half, and Jaden Abbott is suspended for this game due to an accumulation of yellow cards.
Yes, certainly stark contrast to the look of the Lions. And we'll talk more about the transfer as we get further into this this game here. In the middle is the one of the featured referee, and young and upcoming Kamal Harden Hodge. He will be assisted, that looks like, by John Millington, our fellow commentator, and Jackson on the other end, and the fourth official, that's the Tashim Fleming. And certainly in for a good game here this afternoon. When these two teams played, the Kicks United, they started off with like just about 8 men and was able to pull a draw from the Roaring Lions, a 1-1 draw. Today they have got their full quota of players as well, and they will certainly be looking to at least better that draw this afternoon.
Yes, for the Kicks United, there's no Delani Francis. He's out on national team duty, captaining the under-17 side. So it's Simon Jr. Anthony, Tony Carey, Varian Catty, Javon Duncan, Tafari Francis, Khalifa Francis, Jelani Lawrence in goal, of course, Reuven Richardson, Glenville Malley Rogers, Elijah Pogba St. John, and Dion Williams. We spoke about the Lions making moves, but the Kicks, they have made some moves as well. They brought in Kadeem Rogers, they brought in Dion Williams and Tony Carey from the Eagle Claw. So they have made some moves to strengthen themselves as well. But they will have a tough test coming up against this Roaring Lions side. Oh, this formidable Roaring Lions side.
With the likes of a player who has been really playing good for Salsa Ballers, and it's really a shame to see these moves wreak havoc on a couple of the teams as well, and maybe causing some of them not to be able to perform in this year's playoff competition, the likes of the Salsa Ballers. But all it is yet, they are due to play after this match, and
we hope they can find a team.
Yes, certainly. I spoke to Brad out there. He said he has his jersey, and he'll wait and see whether or not they will field a team this evening.
Yes, but it has been a decimation, really, of the Salsa Ballers. Jordan Deans has left. Tyreek John has left. Ricardo John has left. Joran Gale has left. Joel Orozco and Josiah Perez have gone back to Trinidad. Eric Ocaran is injured. That's pretty much, that's a majority of their team that's gone. And they were absolutely decimated.
So
while
Jaron Gale, do you know
Jaron Gale has left.
what?
I don't know if it's how official it is, but I do believe he has gone to the uprising along with Jordan Deans. While we do know that Ricardo John, I think I can't spoil it now because they are playing next. Ricardo John has gone to the Attackers FC. My goodness, what a
Yes,
move that is!
that's what I've heard.
I just hope that the Salsa Ballers can find a team just to see Ricardo John in Attackers colors, because goodness me.
And the thing is, in these matches here, if the Lions do come away with a victory here over the Kicks United, they again will match up against the Limers, who they defeated just last week. And the Ducks United, they will face the Attackers, who really gave them a torrid time in the preliminary match that they would have played. The Ducks United luckily coming away with a draw in the last moment.
But we spoke about how the Salsa Ballers were decimated, but we did not mention how the uprising, they pretty much lost 4 key players directly to the Roaring Lions.
Yes.
And I must say it does look a tad bit suspicious that we know that their former coach, a guy called St. Hilaire, has ties to the Roaring Lions. And now 4 players from the uprising have gone straight to the Lions in Stefan Fiedko, Ariel Fleming, Jarvis Jones, and Raekwon Gums.
The Roaring Lions in control. The ball being pushed up field, trying to find us, look like Fu, but that one is going to run into touch. It's going to be a throw in there to the Kicks United deep in.
Yes, and looking to the bench for the Lions, they have brought out all the stops. Seems like they've gotten the man CJ. He's back out today as well. From what I'm seeing, looks like CJ is out as it's given away cheaply, and Brooks Bell was trying to pick that one up there. It's back out wide now. It will be whipped into the area, and Lawrence will deal with it. Lawrence throws quickly towards Javon Duncan. Duncan with Mighty for company. Now Warner goes into Jermaine Hughes. Hughes slides it in. It's back with Warner. Warner going out wide towards Fu.
Certainly will be interesting to see the combination and the understanding these set of new players that the Royal Lions just signed. Certainly they have not played a lot together, and so we'll see how the linkage of the passes will be, especially in these early stages.
It's Reuven. Mali. Mali trying to slide one out wide, unable to do so. He was trying to find Defari Francis out there. Now it's with Mighty. Mighty in towards Keanu. Keanu turning, trying to send Keeney Brooks Bell running. Brooks Bell. That's good defending there by look like Reuven Richardson. It's going to be a goal kick. So from what I am seeing, it looks like it's Defari Francis at right back, Khalifa and Reuven in the center, and then Tony Carey at left back, and then Pogba's in the midfield with Varian and Junior, and then it's Javon Duncan off the left flank, Dion Williams on the right flank, and Mali up top. While for the Lions, it's Tafari and the man Marvin as Keanu goes out wide. It's Tafari and Marvin playing at center back, Mighty and Tyreek John at full back, then Jermaine Hughes, Tyreek Lake, and it looks like Keanu Richardson is playing attacking midfield for them. And then it's going to be Fu playing off the left wing, Caron on the right wing, and up top is Keeney Brooks Bell. We know how versatile he is. He plays pretty much all across the field. split at centre back, at full back, in midfield, on the wings, and now he's playing up top. He's played everywhere but in goal. There's a ball over the top that could cause some trouble, but a good speed being shown by Marvin. Ball played forward now, and he's turning as well. Plays this one off to Keanu. Keanu trying to slide it through to Keeney Brooks Bell, but off his line quickly was Jelani Lawrence.
They have a little bit of misunderstanding, especially between Brooks Bell, Doe Keeney. We will see from maybe Capella or even the man Screechy Walker himself.
I think they may have been better served allowing Fu to play up top, as it's going to be Stefan Fiedku now, but he will not get there, and referee Harding did blow it back for a free kick. I think they may have been better served playing Fu through the middle and allowing Keeney Brooks Bell to play in a more natural position for him on the wing. We did see Fu playing as a striker for the Uprising, and I believe he scored, was it like 3 or 4 goals in that game?
Certainly, he has been one of those players who, in the early stages of his starting football career, really showed some good potential, has not lived up totally to the potential that we see he has. And even like the likes of Kine Brooks Bell as well, he's not as sharp as one would like to see him be on the field, but maybe this is the money part of the tournament.
Warner whoops one across, and Jelani Lawrence will collect. Lawrence, believe he did fill in at captain for the Kicks a number of times this season. The Kicks, they are still missing a couple players. The aforementioned Delani Francis is out on national team duty. They are also without Antoine Fleming, who's away playing, I believe, volleyball. I believe he's out playing volleyball for Anguilla.
Yes, and you know, as a small island, so to speak, we have players who are playing multiple sports, and at times, you know, some discipline gets short, especially when it comes to national duty of some of these players as well. It's going to be a free kick.
Ball whipped in, and it's going to be deflected and into the arms of Jelani Lawrence. We've spoken about the two teams, but we haven't spoken about the history between these two sides. We know that over the years, Kicks versus Lions, that has been a fierce battle, as here come the Roaring Lions.
And is always a challenge. You may look at the two teams when you put the names on paper, and you would say to yourself, well, the Lions certainly the more potent team based by name on paper, but they always have the difficulty in breaking down and getting past the Kicks United, both teams actually.
Because we do know that the Kicks, they just seem to turn up a different gear for this rivalry. We saw earlier in the season that a Kicks team that started the game with 8 men finished with only 10, I believe. They were able to scrape a draw against the Roaring Lions, and this was a full Roaring Lions side.
Well, Doc, that call I just took just a while ago, they say, well, we need to be careful with what we are saying, especially in particular about the salsa ballers, especially if we don't have all the facts straight. So we'll see.
Trust me, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of football in Anguilla. And we hear a lot when we're around the right people. We have sources on the ground, and from what we are hearing, it's the salsa ballers that we hope will come with us side today to face the Attackers FC. And one thing I can't tell you for certain is that the Attackers, they have the main man from the Salsa Ballers, Ricardo Jana.
Yes, and just to keep you abreast, that match is coming up. I look downstairs and I'm seeing that looks like is that Cherry there and the veteran in Casa Rogers.
Yes.
So they are rolling in. In this meantime, we are into the 10 minutes of play. It's still all square here in this first qualifier in the 16 playoff. And
Is referee
Hodge-
Harding going to call
Yes.
a delay on an indirect free kick?
Yes, certainly.
Jelani Lawrence, he's been wasting time pretty much since the game has started, and it's going to be an indirect free kick.
Let's hope that doesn't pay for his tardiness in trying to waste the time. I'm seeing Tafari. I know certainly like to see the likes of maybe Stone John on that ball, and yes, I certainly like to see the likes of Tyreek and Stone John because it is an indirect free kick, so you can't score from the spot. So let's see what they come up with here, Doc.
We will have to see. It's touched, and Tyreek John hits it wide.
Well, that one was very swift. The wall started moving as soon as the ball was passed. Probably could have kept Stone John a little bit back of it so that when and a nice stiff pass would have given him a good opportunity. But if you realize where the wall was and where the spot kick was taken, they were able to close out very quickly, even though he would have gotten the shot off.
A goal kick to the Kicks United. Lawrence, he's already been cautioned for his time wasting, not with a card, but with a warning. As it's going to be picked up now. And it's a variant Carty towards Mali. Mali going out wide to Dion Williams, who will not be able to get onto that one. It's Tyreek John. It's blasted upfield and out of touch.
Just the invariant Carty just getting probably what might have been his first touch for this game. Has not been into the play as he's accustomed to, because the position has been dominated more so in the rowing lines. But here is a terrible pass there from the defender there in Shamari.
And Duncan is going to find Mali, and Mali takes it down. Mali looking for space. Mali is swarmed, and Tyreek John will come away with it. He will go out wide to Stefan Fidku.
Well, so in certainly give the young goalkeeper Ollie work there to do, but just taking too long with it and been hounded and was it.
It's going to be back with Tyreek John. He goes across to Marvin. Marvin once again. Trying to go long over the top, looking for Fu. Fu will not be able to get there, but he does win the second ball. And he's bustled off the ball by Jafari Francis. And given back away, laid off. Whipped over the top for Keeney Brooks Bell. He doesn't quite have the height that Oliver Screechy Walker would have had. That's a bad read by Mighty, and it's Javon Duncan. Duncan takes a bad touch. Hughes gets in the way. Mighty. And now referee Harding will go over to a player and tell him, yes, that's enough from you. Varian Kati, the man who got a bit of a talking to. it's football. It's men's league really, and some of those soft calls that you'd have been accustomed to, you will not get in games of these high stakes. You know, when the significance of the games increases, you must see the refereeing level from the refs in England. It does seem to improve just a bit.
Lawrence definitely the goals and having the possession to show for it. Certainly sure you won't want to be having the possession and going into penalty kicks when it's all square. So they'll certainly need to be a lot more penetrative with the way how they are handling the possession here. You can say patience because almost virtually a new setup. There's a corner kick coming across there by Tyreek John headed away there. It's going to be a throw in there to the Roaring Lions. And all is with John. He's looking for an option. And find Marvin. Marvin back to John terribly. Not too sure what Marvin. He had Jermaine in the midfield there all by himself. Elect to pass back to John and everything in a mess there.
I think he was trying to force the pass to Tariq John and got it wrong. A variant cut. He will not win that header with Mighty. It will be a free kick to the Lions for it look like a push in the back there. That's why you don't get on the bad side of referees. Mighty. Cleared high. Mighty picks it up. Touches it down to Marvin. The Tariq John. It's a chance for them to drive. And he will not be able to do so. Tariq John does well. Goes out wide to Fu. Fu trying to use his pace. Fu down the line. A Fu trying to cut one into the area. But unable to do so. Picked up now in the midfield by, looks like Tyreek Lake there. Goes out wide to Tyreek John. John whips a good ball in, and it's going to flash maybe a whisker, just a whisker past the post. That was inches away from breaking the deadlock.
The knock there that that's it. Certainly should have been coming in from this far side. If he was positioned correctly, might have had a chance to just have that one. Beat everyone across the face of the goal tactically. So no one was going to just
It is going to be a goal kick to the Kicks United. Lawrence, the goalkeeper, he will look to go long with it. Header won by Jermaine Hughes. Picked up by, look like Pogba there. But given away. And it's going out wide with Keron Warner. Warner will get there. Warner goes inside to Keanu. And it's going to be cleared for a throw-in.
So certainly a lot of defending there for the Kicks United. They have not gotten a flow as they had during that last match.
It's going to be booted high by Pogba, not very far. And Tyreek Lake does it to Mighty. Well, it's a good ball as well. All the way to the far post. He tries to touch it back, but he gets it horribly wrong.
Well, he had the right intention and the right idea, but didn't get the pass off at all.
Tussle out there. The one-man Kicks United bench. No coach out there either. Just the lone soldier Anthony Arias, I believe. Ball comes in over the goal for a goal kick. And no coach for the Kicks United. We know that usually Herman Rogers is out there.
You know, whether he did for the uprising. Well, most of these will certainly need to the terms of have good, nice, good players, but at the same time, if you're going to get them at the expense some other team, I I really wouldn't go for that.
Yes, and as he was saying, and as I would say, maybe it would be better to have less teams and have more stability, and to have more teams and have this number of teams just being able to collapse at a whim. It's gotten to a point, it's a good challenge there. It's gotten to a point where I believe this is the highest number of games I've seen in a season where teams have come to the game with about 8, 9, 10 players.
Yeah, certainly, there's lots of benefit based on the setup with the quota team, especially for CONCACAF purposes and so forth. And so, though it's nice to have uh, 10 teams, 11 teams, as the case may be, certainly not at the expense where you have some of the matches that are very watered down.
Very much so. Because it may be good for in terms of you can say okay we have a 10 team league and 11 team league, we have an official league, but if your product is watered down, it's a good ball but Lawrence collects. If your product is watered down that much, is it really worth having the 10 and 11 teams?
Yeah, certainly not. And we've seen where this transfer window has really um, not in Europe, as the case may be, but you know, I guess want to have that comfortable.
A good ball through to Keeney Brooks, but there's no one in the area. Keeney will chip it high, but I don't think there's any player that can win an aerial ball against Jelani Lawrence.
Yeah. Definitely, Roaring Lions, like I said, they having a lot of possession. Ollie has hardly had a touch up there, but don't really have anything to show for it, nothing penetrative at all. And you hope that this wouldn't come back to bite them in the butt. They to be a lot more creative, especially in I would say maybe just a few players not really on the same page as yet, and so they're having some challenge where that is concerned.
Hughes, Warner, cut out by Carey. Will be called back for the initial free kick.
Yeah, certainly that's just letting the young man Varian know that yes, I'm seeing everything.
Tony Carey going to take this free kick. This is Go as fast I think he would have wanted it to. But Pogba gets there first. Ruven across the Cali for Francis. Mighty will pick this one up now. Cut out, but back with Jermaine Hughes, the national team captain. Warner gives it away cheaply. And now a chance for the kicks to break with Varian and Duncan weren't on the same page. Warner loses out, throw in to the Lions. So it does seem to be a bit off today. But we know that Mighty is a lot better than that usually. Maybe just having a slow start to the game. Let's play it through for Javon Duncan. He loses out to Mighty. One on the foot race with Tony Carey. Mighty wins it, but he won't get past Khalifa Francis. Goes back to Lawrence. Lawrence is forced to clear. Good pressure being applied high upfield. Carey to Kati. He goes back to Tony Carey. Marvin wins the header. It's a very good touch, however, and it's played through for Javon Duncan, but he will not get there ahead of Oleandre Curiel. And that's going to be a foul against Javon Duncan. I do believe went in there flying. Went in there flying against the young goalkeeper and Curiel. It's very good a reading of the play there. Looked like Francis. And it did not stay in play. Kicks through. As the rain has started to come down here at the REGTC. It is still 0-0 into the 27th minute of play. This game between the Kicks United and the Roaring Lions, our first quarterfinal of two slated for today. We do have the Attackers. They'll be taking on the Salsa Ballers coming up at 8:30. Looks like a couple more Attackers players are making their way into the ground. Gomez and brand new signing Ricardo John have just walked into the stadium together. It's out wide with Javon Duncan. There's a chance for Duncan to break now. Oh, that's great defending by Marvin. He's really come of age this season, hasn't he? You know that previously Marvin, he would have been a bit more, or a bit less composed at the back, but he's suddenly become a rock there with Tafari Smith. You know that this was the Marvin that Coach Nico would have envisioned when he first brought him into this Lions defensive role. When he first came in partnering Bakari Batiste. That's the first time I did see Marvin. It's going to be cut out initially, but Tafari scoops it wide to Tyreek John. Picked up now by Keanu. Keanu reaches into Fu. Very good walk there by Fu. Fu into the area. Fu cuts it across, and it's going to be pushed. It's going to be pushed away at the last possible moment by Jelani Lawrence, but it's going to be a free kick.
I saw both opportunity to whether to go and goal or to just chip it fast, but the striker there, the attacker there was certainly not in the best of position, and maybe had he elected to shoot, might have could have easily gotten in.
That could have spelled some danger. Had Fu opted to shoot. Because even if the keeper parried it, did have Keeney Brooks Bell waiting in the center. Ball forward by Marvin is cut out. It's Francis. Francis looking for some support. He can't find it. Pog was a bit slow to move there. I must say, Pog seemed to be a bit static. I do think like this is the Kicks United's game plan. Just soak up as much pressure as possible and then hit late, because we know the Kicks are probably not as fit of a team as the Roaring Lions, but they can soak up pressure, and we know that the Lions may get frustrated. Very good, strong defending by Khalifa Francis. Goal kick. Ball still across for Javon Duncan now. Duncan with Mighty for company. Duncan trying to get it into the area. Mighty does well. Tefari clears to Warner. Warner gives it away cheaply. He's trying to cut inside now. He has an effort at goal that's blocked. Recovers well and tries to slide it through. But Curiel was off his line quickly. Well, he got that roll wrong, but he will find Mighty. Back to Curiel. Taken off of him by Marvin. He's going to try and go long, but he hasn't gotten a single one of those long passes completed successfully thus far. A Fu will find Keener Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell trying to go back inside to Fu. Too heavy on the pass.
Like I said, the better this game stay at nil-nil, more comfortability will certainly will have United, and you usually get the better team very frustrated and tend to keep them off the game. But
yes, because again, we know the Kicks, they seem to thrive off the frustration of the Lions the last time they played. They also thrived off the frustration of the attackers when they pretty much decimated them 3-1. The attackers, they conceded first and they got very frustrated. Didn't quite know how to counteract, and that played right into the Kicks' hands. They just were able to sit back, soak up the pressure. Oh, that's almost given away cheaply. Lawrence had to clear on a flash. Malley can't pick it up. Marvin will, however. Keanu will turn, looking for Tariq John. A tussle there. Indirect free kick to the Kicks United. You can't do that. You can't just sit on the ball and not allow the player to kick it. Reuven over the free kick. Chipped over the top for Javon Duncan. Duncan is offside. Looks like Tyreek has gone to a more advanced position. But, the midfield for the Lions, they have a lot of versatility because they're not playing with an out-and-out attacking midfielder. Since they're playing with two box-to-box midfielders and then a sitter. Of a 4-3-3 with a CDM rather than a cam. They're playing with Jermaine Hughes sitting in between the defense and then both Keanu Richardson and the Tyreek Lake being the ball progressors. Bring started through for Tyreek, but Tyreek is offside. See more attackers coming into the stadium. You see the man Wabi. He's just come into the stadium as well as looks like the man Samson down there. He doesn't need to play anymore. I think that was always his goal. Once his team had enough players, he wouldn't play. Attackers, they've certainly built up a very deep squad. But they can afford to have the likes of Romain Carby and right now one of Cardinal ready or Chadwick Samuel on the bench. But will he have to? Because will they go for a straight swap and get the striker in for the striker, or will they move Chadwick out wide? We'll still have to wait and see, because one thing we do know for certain is that the leading goal scorer here in this tournament, Ricardo John, I think he has a spot up top. But as you speak, I think you can see the man Screechy walking over towards the Lions dugout. I think he just came over from work. Welcomes over the top. It's going to bounce in the area and be headed out for a Lions throw. I suspect Screechy may be coming on at the half. Question is, who will he replace? Ball over the top, and you're not going to be Jelani Lawrence with anything in the air. Stop. Up towards Mali. Picked up now by Varian Kati. It's a good turn as well, and he will win the free kick. So it's very good alert work there by Tafari Smith. Hughes. No Marvin. Tafari. We'll have Tariq John now. That's going to be given away cheaply. Mali lays this one off to Junior. Mali picks it up again, trying to slide it through to Dion Williams. Now Warner. Mighty. Coming along over the top looking for... So I think you may be degrading yourself. It's going to be a throw into the Kicks United. Tony Carey over this one. You can hear the Rasta horn over in the corner. That ever faithful Kicks United fan. Marvin again, he was looking for the long pass. Mighty goes back to Marvin. He will try to go long, and it's not in the direction he intended at all. Pogba trying to go long towards Dion Williams. Good turn there. Very good turn. Will go down the line. Picked up by the Roaring Lions. But in the defensive shape of the Kicks we saw earlier, and that makes Jelani Lawrence off. Oh, well, that could have been trouble because Lawrence was off his line early. Yes, he got up very well there. I didn't know whether he got a touch or not, but evidently he did get a touch. And what a crucial touch that was, because that was a fiery shot. Cross comes in, out of touch. It will be corner number 2. Tyreek John again to take this corner. John. Again with a flat one. It can be cleared. Only to the edge of the area. The volley comes in. It's up and over. You see the man Jade now, but this is passing across in the stadium. You know, he's definitely here to watch his team, even though he is unable to play with his guys today due to his accumulation of yellow cards. He is here to watch his team try to progress to the semifinals of this AFL. It's Anthony Arias. Getting warm, but I don't know whether he's actually getting warm. That's a good ball. It's just over the head of Keenan Brooks Bell, but picked up. He's trying to drive inside. He's still driving inside. No penalty.
Good move here by Charlie Lee, almost getting it, but Harden had right on target there, but almost making some magic. There was Lee in order to break the deadlock, but just the knuckle boot there from the defender really putting him off a bit there.
Yes, it was a good challenge in the end. It's going to be a corner to the Roaring Lions. Harden going in there to have a conversation. Somebody. Might be Tafari, the Lions captain. Corner. But whipped in. And it can't be. This captain play. No, it's not. It's going to be a goal kick. The whistle is in the referee's mouth. And he will say that is the half. And at the halftime whistle, it's been a game that's been dominated possession-wise by the Roaring Lions. But the happier of the two sides right now will be the Kicks United, because at the half it's Lions nil, Kicks nil.
Good evening. Welcome back to live action here at the Raymond Igistad Technical Center. And it's going to be the final 45 minutes of this first qualifier here in this 16 playoff finals for the championship for the 2022 season. It's the Kicks United in the red and white, a little bit of black in between, playing against the defending champions, the Roaring Lions, and so far they have done themselves well, Doc, to keep the Lions at bay at all square 0-0.
Yes, they've defended well, but as I did suspect, the Lions have come with reinforcements. It looks like both Screechy and Pell are making their way onto the field of play. If I can see correctly, I know my eyes aren't quite the best from this vantage point all the way across the field. It looks like first it's Capel Baptiste who's come onto the field of play, as well as the man Oliver Screechy Walker. So first it's been Keanu Richardson who was replaced. We're going to see who the other player is who has come off the field of play. Suspect it may be Brooks Bell. I'm not quite certain.
Well, Brooks Bell is still there. Would that be that of Fu?
I would hope it's not Fu. I suspect it may just be Stefan Fiedku.
Yeah, that's
Well,
interesting. But
That's very interesting.
thought he had some good moments, really, and but certainly sure that Coach Nico and Fishy, they'll be looking for more penetration from the likes of Capel and Screechy Walker. So we've got Kaini playing more in more or less a number 10 spot, and we have the likes of Jermaine.
Ball comes across and the shot comes in, and immediately the impact has been felt. The Lions go up 1-0.
Well, Doc, we were just saying that maybe they would have taken off the wrong player in that of Kaine Brooks Bell, but he has made us put our foot in our mouth, because it was really good built up there, good pass there from left to right, and Kieran Warner really picking the player there, Brooks Bell, just maybe just on the top of just inside of the 18-yard box, and he really released the shot that we've been looking for all evening, and to give the Lions the opening goal.
Well then, speak about foot in the mouth. Well then, brilliant change by Nico, opted to take off Fu, who would have had less chemistry with the Lions players, and leave on Keane Brooks Bell, and he has repaid his manager's faith, immediately breaking the deadlock. The halftime team talk has worked. 1-0 to the Lions. Oh, that's brilliant. It's Jermaine Hughes who will not get there ahead of Lawrence, but you can see immediately the pace of the play for the Lions has increased tremendously.
And certainly, you said it right. The chemistry, especially between, having your regular players as opposed to having two new players coming. Well, not so much Keanu, but the likes of Fu, who've just been transferred and just getting his feet wet, so to speak, and be given away there for the veteran Capel and the man Oliver Screechy Walker. And right in the first minute of play, it has paid dividends to the Roaring Lions.
Yes, and I don't know if Fu would have even had a training session with the Roaring Lions, and he was straight into the starting 11. And a move I was questioning at the time, well, initially, was having Pell play off the wing and Keane through the middle. But again, I was proven wrong. Keane Brooks Bell scored, and here comes Walker, who whips the ball across. It will find Keane again. He can't get his touch under control. Mighty. won't get there ahead of Duncan, but good work by Jermaine Hughes to step in. Lake goes out wide towards Kieran Warner. All the time in the world, and he only picks out the goalkeeper.
Brooks Bell, I guess, feeling like he has got the gun cocked now and virtually trying everything. And
You can see Brad coming into the stadium as well as Naldo. So we hope that
I was told that we may be speaking a little bit too quickly.
preemptively.
I was told that we need to just pull back on some of our comments from the administrative side, especially that of the salsa ballers. If we did offend, we certainly apologize. But we do looking forward for the second game as well. Salsa ballers, they have really played very good up until the latter point of their last few matches, and they did all the hard work. Here we see a cross coming through, but it's partially blocked. It's going to be a corner kick there to the Rowan Lions, leading 1-0. Goal coming in the 47 minute of play from the boot of Kaini Brooks Bell. So they have got the goal they were searching for the first 45 minutes, and they are certainly looking to increase, to add to that tally. Corner kick taken, not a very good one, and cleared there by Duncan. Probably would have wanted that one. So it's going to be another corner kick to the Rowan Lions. And we have played 5 minutes so far into this second half. And 1-0 in favor of the Rowan Lions. It's going to be John. Low corner kick. Pell. Trying to set up Lake there. Shot cleared. His ball is with Marvin to Capel. Capel to Lake. Lake trying to find Batiste. And does so. Return the favor, and that's nice ball there. But defense equal to the task that looks like Francis.
Of the Lions, they have gone up a gear, maybe 2 gears in the second half. And that may be due to the introduction of their 2 talismen, really, Screechy and Pell. Oh, brilliant work out on the right-hand side. Ball comes in, and it's a valiant goal that's blocked. The follow-up shot goes high and wide.
Well, seeing that looks like a heavy blow there. Is that Lake? Yeah, that looks like Tyreek there picking up a knock. And immediately referee Harden Hodge calling the physio there just to make sure that everything is okay. He is rolling in pain a little bit. Do hope that there isn't nothing that is really torn or broken. But play has just been held up just a little bit. A shot coming in there from Lake and is blocked on the follow through. The end certainly picked up a heavy knock and has been given some treatment at the moment there by the physiotherapist that we have assigned to this game this afternoon. You see Coach Winston running back to the touchline. See the stretcher being brought on as well. And so both teams are in a huddle. The Kicks United players there, just in front of their goal in the 6-yard box. The Rowan Lions, they are closed by, and is that a splint that I'm seeing? This is certainly not looking.
I can tell you for certainty when that comes out, it's a serious injury.
Yes,
Because the last time I saw it was when I myself got injured.
certainly.
We do know that they did bring out the man CJ for this encounter. I think that maybe him getting warm as well.
Certainly not.
Or is it Jarvis Jones, their new signing?
Tyreek is sitting up. Doesn't appear to be in a lot of pain. If he is, he's certainly not showing it from our vantage point here. But there's some work being done there by the physiotherapist, and we do hope and wish the young man very well, because he's certainly an integral part of the Rowan Lions setup. One of the calmest ballers I have certainly come across here amongst these young players coming through the ranks of the Anguilla Football Association. He has been a tough player, but cool and calm under pressure as well. And so we do hope that there's nothing too serious that can really keep him out for any lengthy period. In the meantime, we've got, is that CJ warming up, or that's Mark out there?
It might be Jarvis Jones.
Oh, it looked like Jarvis, yes, looked like Jarvis.
Difficult, but you can see
Tyreek is walking off, so that's good.
The splint did not have to be used, and that's a very good sign.
Yes. And I know for a fact that he has been nursing a slight injury for some time, playing through it even with the national setup. And I'm certainly sure that he's not really going to chance it if he don't have to. But I'm certainly sure he would like to continue in this game as well, Doc.
Yes, but I do think that maybe with him nursing an injury and you being up, you may want to save him for the next round rather than using him now. As we do not in the next round, they will have to play one of the Limers of the Docks, I believe. Is it? No.
It should be the Limers.
Yes, I believe they will be playing the Limers, and the Docks will be playing the winner of the Attackers versus Salsa Ballers.
Yes.
So, with them having to face the Limers in the next round, they may want to have a Tyreek Lake available for that.
Yes. Certainly seeing where the Kicks United, they have been put under some real serious pressure since the introduction of Batiste and Walker.
He's a natural striker. His presence alone, he draws defenders. As you can see, they're dropping into the midfield to get onto the ball. Again, the link-up play that Walker has an underrated part of his game.
Yeah, and he's not one of those players who is speedy, but he's very clever.
Very, very clever. Here's Batiste. Referee Harding will blow. A conversation with the Lions coach and Nico.
Tariq is at the halfway point, so
he will be coming back onto the field of play. Tyreek has been summoned back onto the field.
Well, that's good to see the young man running back. You can see he wants to continue. I'm certainly sure if it was the case where he was really feeling it, certainly would not have taken the chance.
Going on to the 58th minute of play. Referee Harding is in contact with his assistant referee. They are on the far side in Millington via their earpieces. With all the referees as well as the fourth official all have those earpieces. It will be a drop ball with Capel Baptiste. He goes back towards Tariq John. John does well. John driving. Tariq John has an efforted goal, and that is just inches over.
And he's got a serious left foot, Doc. This man has really got a serious gun there. Some bullets in that left foot there, and almost catching Lawrence there. I'm certainly sure Lawrence was not aware of what was coming to him. Luckily, the ball sailed over the bar.
Well, I can say when you're the son of one of the greatest players in Caribbean football history and Major League Soccer football history, you kind of have to be at least decent. Yeah. But boy, this guy, he's better than somewhat decent. He is very, very good.
Yes, and really enjoy the pleasure of having Snr here and playing on the Sunday mornings, and the Masters set up with him. Very competitive and still as skillful as one can have.
Pell drives one in. It's going to be cut out. And Kick's trying to play it out from the back, but I don't know how much I advise that. It's just going to be lumped up field.
Certainly, Varian Carty, who has been the model player for the Kicks United, certainly need a lot more support and a lot more help. Had he had a lot more support and help, it could have been spelled some danger there for the Roaring Lions as well, but not getting the kind of assistance that he will need to cause an effect for his team.
I must say I find that Junior has been a bit ineffective in this game. Varian in the midfield as Defari has done well. Finds Mali. Mali going long over the top towards, looks like Anthony Pilar there.
Well, I think Jackson will want to have that one back because that player certainly looked to be in an offside position.
It's coming across and Mali couldn't get behind it. So it looks like, is that Pilar who has come on? Oh, that's still Williams. I think it may still be Williams. Again, difficult to see, but it is still Dion Williams. I was a bit preemptive there. Believe that Pilar had to come on to replace Williams, but it is still Dion Williams on the field of play. This one is played down the line quickly. Here come the Roaring Lions. Watch what decision will he make? He makes the wrong one, and Screechy is absolutely furious, and rightly so.
Yes, just not, just a little anxious, really, Brooks Bell. Just releasing the pass just a little too early, and not giving Walker enough time to get to where he wanted to get to. And Brooks Bell had lots of time. Creechy was just trying to get across to get into a good position, and he passed it right behind his back. But here's the Lions playing from the back.
To Fari. He's going out wide to Mighty. Mighty. Down the line to Brooks Bell. He gives it away. I must say that even though he scored a goal, it's not been the best game for Keeney Brooks Bell.
Yes, that's probably his golden touch of this match so far.
Yes, but he is a difference maker between these two sides right now. It's Capel Baptiste lulling a man to sleep, cutting inside Baptiste. And we know a couple of years ago he would have been driving that one at goal. Mighty goes out wide to Warner. Back with Mighty. To Warner once again. Warner lays this one off. They're walking this ball around the area. All the way back with Jermaine Hughes. Hughes out wide with Tariq John. John whips a dangerous ball in. And what a save by Jelani Lawrence. Oh my goodness. Walker got the touch. And Lawrence somehow, the reactions to stick out a left palm and pelt that one away from it being 2-0.
Certainly, I just told you that Walker is a player who usually finds the seam, and he was right there. But if it wasn't for the good goalkeeping there, or Lawrence, that could have easily been 2 goals to nil.
Referee Harding says get up. And it's going to be Varian Carty to try and drive away. Carty turns. Picked up by Pogba, who gives it away. But straight back to the Kicks United. Duncan. Shifts Capel, but he's well. Pogba goes back now. Francis. He gives it away cheaply. Screechy trying to turn, but Reuven steps in and steps in well. A veteran of the game, Reuven, will win the free kick.
Yeah, Reuven is one of those diminutive player who he shields the ball very well. He has a low trajectory to the ground and really shields very, very well.
Well, him similarly to Hassan Mason has transitioned to a centre back this year from a central midfielder and has done so well. Both Mason and Reuven Richardson. Lawrence goes long up the field. Here is one, and Tariq John slices his clearance. Tafari plays it further upfield. Missed touch there, but it looked like Junior. And here comes Jermaine Hughes. Hughes going out wide towards Warner. Warner whips Warner into the area, but again, you're not going to beat Lawrence in the air.
Better sub not to kick that one time, maybe just to pull it back and then cross it, because everyone is going in the direction of the ball. You see Pogba almost giving it away.
Here comes Varian. Who he shifts the man well. Varian looking for Mali, but him and Mali weren't quite on the same page. Mighty. Warner goes back to Mighty. Over the top to Warner now. The substitution for the Lions will be made momentarily. It's Screechy. It goes inside towards Keeney. Now Hughes. Hughes driving. Hughes sliding it outright to Capel Batiste. Batiste behind Hughes, and the Pogba will pick it up to Mali. Mali looking for finding Dion Williams. Williams drives this one inside. Back out with Dion Williams. And he can't keep it in play. Much to the chagrin of the man Junior. Tariq John. Fari. Time in the world. Tariq plays it to Tariq John. The two Tariqs, they're combining both Lake and John. Again, combining well. Walker goes back to Marvin. To Faris Smith. Tariq John to Screechy, who can't get there. And a free kick that goes the way of the Kicks United. Taken quickly, and it's going to be a free kick again.
Bailout free kick there for Junior, for sure.
Well,
but
Francis is going to go along with this one.
You get those at times.
Hughes. Now here come the Kicks United. He gives it away cheaply, very cheaply. A set piece, I believe. If the Kicks were to score, I would suspect that they score from a set piece.
Well, it's going to be thrown there to the Kicks United, and that's going to be the stint for Karen Warner, and it's going to be Jarvis Jones, who was just entered the field. And here is Lake, finds Batiste. Baptiste back to Lake. Yes, goes further to Central to Marvin, who finds Shamari. Brian finds player just coming on. That's Jarvis Jones. He's driving down the wing, looks up, trying to beat the player there. Then push further to the line, cuts back, and an effort to find Mighty. Defender there, knocking that one into touch. It's going to be a throw in there to the Rowan Lions.
So was it Karan who came off the field of play?
Yes.
It was Karan Warner. Ball whipped into the area. Reuven gets there first. A cheap touch, I must say. And it's given away, but the drive at goal was always rising.
Yes, and I'm certainly sure that Tyreek would like to have that one back. Had an opportunity there, at least to get a shot on target, but that one sail over the bar.
It's going to be a goal kick. Jelani Lawrence to take this one. He kicks down 1-0 into the 70th minute of play. Kicks down 1-0. That we know the last time kicks were down 1-0 to the Lions. The Lions couldn't find the second goal. The kicks came back and in stoppage time grabbed an equalizer from the corner. Tafari, Tariq John, Capel Baptiste. Here comes Baptiste. Baptiste has a shot. It's straight at Lawrence.
Yes, certainly that's not going to trouble Lawrence at all, and that one will roll into touch.
John takes a throw in. He goes in towards Hughes. Hughes slides one out wide to Mighty. Mighty a bit further wide to Jones, I believe. And now it's all we're backing out for a throw in after the Lions once again. Mighty goes to Marvin. Tafari lets it slide to Tariq John. John. Back to Tafari, the Lions captain. You would have thought that if Jermaine Hughes back, he may have taken the captaincy. That's a good ball out wide, but intercepted. So Hughes is the Angolan national team captain. Surprising that you can captain a national side, but can't captain your club. But we know Tafari's done a very good job in the leadership role for the Lions. Done a very good job. He's been an ever-present really in that Lions defense. And I must say rightly so, holding the armband.
Yes, he's been an integral part for the Rowan Lions, both in defense and on occasion really scoring those important goals.
He scored a very important goal in their last game when they beat the Limers 2-0. He scored the second goal from a corner kick. Back with Mighty.
So lots of possession is the Rowan Lions.
But I must say, it reminds me, it very much reminds me of that first game between Lions and Kicks. The Lions had all the possession, but they couldn't get a second goal. They couldn't get the second goal to put the Kicks to bed. And the Kicks, who for all the money looked like they were dead in the water, came back and equalized. Here come the Lions. He gets past the man and is behind for a goal kick.
Yes, just touching it just a little too hard there, and didn't have the acre of space that he would have wanted to keep that ball in, and it's going to be a goal kick there to the Kicks United, still trailing a goal behind. Goal coming in the 47th minute of play on the boot of Kaini Brooks Bell. So far things has been, the activity and the intensity has died down a bit from the Rowan Lions. They're pretty much soaking up a lot of possession of the ball as well, and they're making sure that they keep the Kicks United at bay. But here's
Here comes
Brooks Bell.
Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell with a man to beat. He shifts it out wide, and it's going to be cut out. Not the best decision making there. So it's going to be picked up now by Varian. Varian is driving. Varian. Williams was running, but he was running in an offside position. So Varian couldn't find him. But it's over the top now, looking for Javon Duncan. But Duncan is offside.
And Brooks Bell, it's very, very disheartening sometimes to see these players passing the ball. I'm saying that you can't make a mistake, but some easy pass that should be going directly to players and found wanting from these players.
Over the top towards Capel Batiste. Batiste. Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell finds Tafari. Tariq John. Walker. John wins a free kick. And in that frustration, I think that may cost him a card. I think that may cost him a card. Nope, he gets a talking to. Good refereeing there by Harding, I must say.
Yes, good refereeing here because I've seen Varian has been in the wars as well, and really not really punishing the young man there.
Hughes slides it through, but nobody was on the same page as him. Lawrence. He boots it long. Good touch there by Varian Carty. And he's been bundled over and wins a free kick. It seems like Varian has gone up top and Mali has dropped into the midfield. And we know that when the Kicks United drew with the Lions, it's a good ball over the top. Can he finish here? He puts it over.
Well, again, Rowan Lions has just gone a little bit flat here, allowing Kicks to get back into this game, giving them possession. Certainly, Varian Carty is certainly a threat, and what they really need to do is let him have the possession and then send him where you want him to go, actually, as opposed to trying to give him the free kicks that he is getting at the moment. So
John loses out to Mali, but John gets it back. Walker tries to shift the man, loses possession. And the Tyreek Lake sends it out wide to Jones. Jones trying to go for the long ball over the top, but he gets it wrong. Picked up now by Hughes. He gives it straight to Mali. Mali goes back to Lawrence. And Lawrence gives it away. And it's given straight back. Pogba will find Williams. Williams finds Varian Carty. Carty can find Junior if he wants to. He's going to cut it back, cut inside, try to find Junior, but he couldn't quite get the pass to him. Out wide for the Lions now. He's looking for a pass. Trying to get the 1-2, but instead Keeney goes back to Mighty. Now Tyreek Lake to Batiste. When he was trying to send that one through, a very good idea. You can see the playmaker in Pale, but he just couldn't get his pass completely right. Tafari is breaking away here. Here comes Tafari. Francis sends it across early, and Mighty gets in the way. The kicks are becoming expansive. Here comes Tafari. Francis again. But a good bit of defending by Tyreek Lake means that the Lions can break. Long ball over the top, trying to find the man, and look like Keeney Brooks Bell there. Picked up now by Tariq John. John, chip ball over the top. That could be trouble, but Lawrence gets there.
Yes, again, they've gone back to basically to where they picked up with the left half in the first half. And after that intensity of possession that they started off with.
Oh, brilliant ball, but he's offside.
I think that's a good call there by Millington. Yep.
I must say that's a very good call
It's
by
a very
Millington.
good call there by Millington, yes. Right in line. But certainly, anytime you give a team, whether you're trailing or whether you're behind, in front, anytime you start to give that team lots of possession, and you're giving away easy passes like that one just now, you can always find yourself in a spot of bother because all it needs is one goal. All it needs is one goal. And so if you're dominating possession, you're supposed to at least make that dominance count. And for so far, the Lions have one goal to show for it. They might say, well, yeah, all we need is one goal, but all the other team needs is one goal as well. And then you're back chasing the game again.
It's going to be a throw-in to the Kicks United. And I think it's going to be an advantage played, and it should. No, it's not going to be called back.
Yes, that's a new rule.
Kenny Brooks Bell goes out wide. Good walk there by Capel Baptiste. He shifts it out to Mighty. Mighty.
Again, giving it the ball away again. And for the umpteenth time, you've seen some players will certainly need to go back and look at this tape and see where they would have erred in terms of their possession and their passing.
Well, the longer this game drags on, the more tense it becomes. Just because we know what happened last time.
Yes.
We know exactly what happened last time. We've seen this movie play out before. The Lions would hope it doesn't play out again. John. It's a brilliant ball, but...
Yeah, Walker not on the same page. Running, instead of running to it, running away from it.
And it's going to be a good ball forward. It's a foot race. He goes down, and referee Harding signals that to be a free kick right on the edge of the area.
I'm not too sure Harding got this one correct this time.
I will say...
because it appears as though the defender there in Marvin was the player who was pushed from the back. So... we certainly have to look at the replay again, but Harden Hodge is the man in charge, and
what I will say about that one is that the ball was. You can see the thing was Duncan was running towards it. He was breaking away, and Marvin got in his way without really having control of the ball.
Well, no, but you see,
so the impeding, I think that may have been what the call was.
But no, you can't call it as that because Duncan has not gotten control of the ball. Two players are actually chasing after the ball, and Marvin, with his superior speed, got in front, and in an effort to really get to the ball, Duncan pushed from the back. But
we're going to have to look at the replay on that one. Free kick to the Kicks United, driven straight into the wall. Surprised Mali didn't take it. Mali drives when it goes wide.
Yeah, certainly thinking that Mali should have probably been the player taking that free kick.
Very surprised that Mali wasn't the man on it. We know that Mali has one of the best free kicks in the game.
He had a glorious opportunity, especially with young Ollie in the goal. He doesn't have a lot of height, but certainly has looked good. Has not been tested, and as the time he was asked to be called into action, was very good as well.
There's going to be another change for the Lions momentarily. It's still 1-0 We're into the 84th minute of play. Can the Lions hold on? The kicks have suddenly burst into life here. And they have been hitting the Lions on the break.
Not the outlet that we saw that was coming from Warner there. We have not seen a lot of that coming from Jones, and that looks like Mighty has gone off, and it appears as though Jarvis Jones is taking his spot.
Right back. Ooh, that's a crunching challenge. Struggling to the Lions. Can't wait till has come on to the field of play. Again, it's so difficult to see from our vantage point. It's literally directly across the field. And
like,
with the glass in front of us and the light reflecting on the glass.
It looked like Mark.
It may be Mark Anthony Edwards. It's going to bounce. Can Capel Betis make it to? No,
Really?
he cannot. My goodness, we've seen this movie play out.
Well,
It's literally shaping up to be an exact repetition of that last game between these two sides. The only difference is that this time the Kicks actually have 11 men.
yes.
Free kick to the Kicks United. Into the 85th minute of play. It's 1-0. Keeney Brooks Bell, the difference between these two sides right now. But this game isn't over yet. And as I have always said, a 1-goal lead in football is never safe.
Yes, one of the hardest score lines to.
Mali, it's a brilliant ball in, and it's going to fall for Junior. He goes over his head. No trust in the keeper. Jermaine cleared it, and the Lions can break. And it was an acrobatic attempt there. It looked like, was it Francis? And that's good muscling there by Reuven. He finds Junior. Junior is going long towards Javon Duncan. Duncan into the area. Duncan whips it across. Oleandre went diving. He didn't need to because there was nobody following up at the back post. Because that's where Javon Duncan is playing over on the left wing.
Yes.
Here comes the Roaring Lions. Ball out wide. It's going to find Batiste, it looks like.
Again, not good passing there. Capel giving away the ball again. And is certainly gone very, very flat here and very, very defensive.
Marvin will clear.
Certainly need to. The only person there I'm seeing really need to be comfortable and composed on the ball is that of John and Lake, Tariq Lake, and you find the likes of Capel and the likes of Jermaine and all those players certainly need to say, okay, we have the 1-goal difference and we really need to at least keep this ball.
No, I was not informed of the competition rules, so just give the audience the scenario as to what would happen if this game was to be equalized at the final whistle.
Well, it goes into extra time, which is...
That's going to be a card. It is going to be a yellow card for Tyreek John, I believe. Having a bit too much to say to the referee.
Yes, it only goes into extra time, 15 minutes per half, and if it's still all squared, then we go to penalty kicks. And like you mentioned, we would have seen this movie a couple of weeks ago, and I'm certainly sure the Roaring Lions will be saying, Well, not again.
I know Nico for sure is saying not
Not
again.
again, but they have been very careless, especially after that second half burst of 10, 15 minutes of dominance. They have gone very, very flat again,
Thrown over the top towards Mali.
and not being able to handle the possession and keep possession as they would like. Lot of inerrant passes going a biggin, and that's not necessary.
It's not dealt with, and it is going to be blocked there, but Junior was trying to have a shot. Sorry, that looked like Francis. Trying to play it out wide towards Williams. Reuven picks it up. Reuven towards Tony Carey. He goes long, but Mali is offside, and Oleandro will get there. Played out wide towards Jones, I believe. Picked up now by Tariq Lake. The Lions trying to grab that crucial second goal.
Again, what Jarvis is doing. I'm not sure what Jarvis is doing there.
I would hope he was attempting to chip Lawrence. I would hope that was his move, because there was not a single Lions player in the vicinity. Very good reading by Tyreek Lake. He will find Screechy. Screechy loses out. Very good defending. Here come the Kicks United. Trying to go long. Picked up now by Junior. He gives it away. And Tyreek John is going to find Walker. Walker back towards Baptiste, who tries to scoop it out wide.
Again, to Mark giving the ball away again. There's, they're leading 1-0, but the Roan Lions has looked very sloppy here, trying to maintain possession as we head to the 90th minute of play. They have looked very, very, very sloppy. Here is
Curiel. And so we'll see 6 minutes of added time. 6 minutes. Anthony Pilar has made his way off the bench. I don't know who gave him permission to do that. Lawrence coming out with his chest. Lawrence, ever adventurous, has given it away. Baptiste slides it forward. And the man falls down. He's challenged. And it's going to be out for a corner. Don't know where Lawrence was going, but that is Jelani Lawrence.
Well, at least he didn't lose his bearings in trying to handle it, chested it, and almost came away with it. But had it not been for the defense there for the Roaring Lions, he probably would have gotten away with it and getting that ball pushed further forward. But the Roaring Lions would certainly have to
Tariq John gets it back.
Have to think about just controlling the position as much as possible. And
they just need somebody to put their foot on the ball and say, we're going to control this ball
Exactly.
for the last 6 minutes of this game. Shot comes in, and it's straight into the arms of Jelani Lawrence.
Again, Mark Anthony, they are shooting for all it's worth. Not like he behind.
Headed backwards there by Keeney Brooks-Bell. And booted upfield. It's a tussle in the midfield. That will be won by the Lions rather easily. Tyreek Lake does well. Reuven steps in. Tafari reads it well, but it's straight to Mali. Mali going for that ball over the top. Cut out initially. It's back with Junior. And Junior, as advantage will be played.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a throw into the Kicks United. Into the 93rd minute of play. Throw comes in short. Junior. Dion. He goes back. Good turn in there by Tafari. But it's given away cheaply. Capella to Walker. Can Oliver Walker seal the deal? No, he has hit it straight at Jelani Lawrence. Tony, we've seen this movie play out. Tony, don't tell me it will happen again. It's long over the top for Dion Williams. Dion Dion Williams. Well, you can't do that in that position. Goal kick.
Well, they will only have themselves to blame. We've seen 2 chances so far, 2 clear chances that should have been in the back of the net, one from Baptiste, one from Walker, and not been utilized and converted, but they're playing from the back.
And Baptiste does well. And he's almost giving it away. I think he would have given it away if Dion Williams was trying to run onto it. But he's just jogging. Keenan Brooks-Bell. Baptiste spins and spins wonderfully. The Lake gives it away. Here come the Kicks United. He slaps one straight into the defender.
And a corner has been given away.
Thonie, we've seen this movie play out. I think this is the first corner of the game.
Well, it appears as though they're walking back. So
they are their signal corner, but the referee said goal kick.
So
no, freak offside.
Okay.
I think it's offside is the signal.
So they've certainly made hard work of this game here since they would have scored that opening goal, the Rowan Lions.
This is wonderful so far, however. He can't find Baptiste if he wants to. So he's going to try and go long over the top, and I must say a useless pass. It's straight to Baptiste, who drives it, but it's wide of the target.
Yes, Capel has certainly been short of work this season. Has not looked his sharp self. It's age, but I know he is usually a very sharp player. Certainly been short of work in terms of the practice end of things.
That's going to be a free kick to the Roaring Lions. We have had the 5 minutes of the 6 minutes of added time. Played quickly by Hughes. Out wide to Mark Anthony Edwards.
Mark Anthony Edwards need to carry that ball to the corner flag.
He's trying to dribble past a couple players. He gives it away.
Yes, Mark Anthony should have been carrying that ball to the corner flag and just holding it there until there's going to be a free kick there too. Is that to the Roaring Lions? Yes.
It's going to be to the Roaring Lions. Can they put the icing on the cake on this one? We have just 10 seconds left here in this encounter. It's taken short. That's wise. That's very wise.
Again.
This is very good by the Lions. It's the veteran Capel Baptiste. He knows what's at stake.
You can take it to the corner flag.
Taking as
Mark
much time as possible. Baptiste will go backwards. This is brilliant by Capel Baptiste. And referee Harding says that's time. The Lions, they will be moving on. It wasn't the easiest game. They certainly made it a lot more difficult than it should have been. But nonetheless, that moment of quality that they always seem to find from somewhere, they found once again. The Kicks run in this playoffs has come to an end. The Roaring Lions will be moving on to face the Docks United. And they win by a scoreline of 1-0.
Yes, and 1-0. Really tough work of this encounter here, the Rowan Lions, but I guess they got the goal that mattered most, and they can say, well, we can go back to the drawing board. We have implemented a number of new players, and certainly we'll look to see where they would have done all the hard work. And Doc, it appears as though that the other game will not be playing because we have not seen any team in warming up. Anything of such.
Yes, I was just going to say that if the second game is kicking off at 8:30 like scheduled, you would think that the two teams would be warming up.
Well, I'm seeing the players are leaving the stadium here, so it's safe to say that the match has been forfeited by the Salsa Ballers.
I wouldn't want to make confirmation yet, but they did say we were being preemptive. I don't know how preemptive we were actually being.
Well, that's what we have seen. We've seen the the coach there, looks like Denzel, and the players, they have just about been leaving the stadium, but we were happy that we were able to bring you this match here this evening. The Roaring Lions, the defending champions, making hard work of a 1-0 victory over their compatriots there in that of the Kicks United. And Kicks United, they can't feel assured of themselves. They some ups and downs in between time with regards to their team, but they've made it all the way to the playoffs and gave the Roaring Lions a really tough time to really pull a goal back. We will be with you tomorrow the afternoon with the female division, and this time, and until then, on behalf of Doc, this is Tony Flyman saying it was a pleasure beyond measure. You do have yourself a pleasant evening, and we look forward to being with you again tomorrow right here from the Raymond Zigisad Stadium. Until then, good night.